Ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome. Actually not that warm, it's around the freezing point. Yet a welcome to the sunny Zaltbommel city. And we are in the Gasthuis Street, just like last week when we spoke about the Philips family. Now we are in the Gasthuis Street and we are looking at the Gasthuiskapel in the background. In the Gasthuiskapel we have a beautiful carillon, collection of clocks, and they were made by the Manet brothers. At least 20 of them were made by those very skillful craftsmen. And this week we're going to talk about Edouard Manet and Suzanne Leenhoff. So that's all for the teaser for LinkedIn and Instagram. And that's why I say LinkedIn, Instagram out. Have a great week. Bye. See you next time. And we are continuing here on YouTube. And I'll try to look at the camera a bit more, which feels a bit awkward because the camera is over there and you have a tendency to look over here, of course. Well, we're looking at the Gasthuiskapel. We are looking at this carillon, this collection of clocks. In 1842, there was a gentleman by the name of X, because I'm going to keep it a little bit of a secret, and he was coming down the Waal, the river the Waal, on a ship. And he heard the beautiful carillon playing with the 20 clocks made by the Manet brothers. That's like owning a B&O sound system or a Lua sound system in the current days. So beautiful sound. And he told the captain of the ship, please make a stop here because I want to investigate a bit further. He walked in and he got a chance to talk to the gentleman who was playing the clocks. His name is Mr. Leenhoff, and Mr. Leenhoff, Carolus Leenhoff to be exact, decided to invite him to lunch. And they went to lunch and they had a beautiful lunch, and then daughter Suzanne showed up and she played piano for this Mr. X who I just mentioned. And at one point Mr. X asked, hey, could you also play this music? And Suzanne tried and she was quite good, however she didn't quite nail it. And then the gentleman said, can I have a go at it? And he had a go at it and it was as if the room floated away. The music was so beautiful and the whole family was in awe, really enjoying the music. And then he announced himself. This was actually Franz Liszt. And in 1842, that would be something similar to the current day where Robbie Williams would be walking down this street. It was like a legend. If he ate a cherry and he spit the seed on the floor, people would pick up the seed, the pit as they call it, and they would turn it into a piece of jewelry because he was so super famous. So they were so happy that he was there, and he said, you are great at playing the piano, you should go to Paris, and you should capitalize on your knowledge. You should even teach people to play the piano. And actually that's what happened in 1843, because there was quite a shortage of food here in Zaltbommel, and then the Leenhoff family decided to go and live with the mother of Carolus Leenhoff in Paris, who actually was the daughter of a family of executioners, so that there was a family that people were a bit afraid of. Yet she lived in Paris, had a beautiful house, and they had enough to eat, so they decided, let's go and live with our grandma in Paris. In Paris, Suzanne actually started teaching the piano, and she taught an 11-year-old pair of twins the piano, and a few months later she also started teaching their 17-year-old brother to play on the piano. This actually turned into biological lessons because they ended up in a relationship. They were smitten, they were super in love with each other, and they had a beautiful relationship after that. Suzanne did have a son already by the name of Coella, who was probably the son of a trio of singers who, she got to know most probably in Paris as well. Yet the 17-year-old boy who she started the relationship with decided to acknowledge Coella as his son, and that's how history actually confirms it as well, somewhat, because we now know that it's actually not his son. Who was this 17-year-old young man who came back from his trip for the army to South America? That was Edouard Manet, ladies and gentlemen. Edouard Manet is an incredibly famous painter, and he turned Suzanne into his muse. And the beautiful thing is that in that time in Paris, everything about painting and about the perception of beauty was about people being slim and petite, etc. And he was over the moon in love with his beautiful Suzanne, who was a bit bigger. So she had a bigger size, and he really cherished that, and he made beautiful paintings of her. On 28th of October 1863, they actually got married here in Zaltbommel city, in the town, what's it called, in the municipality house. And up till today, there's still no plaque in that room where people are still getting married. So you heard it here first. I might start working so we get that plaque installed. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm going to wish you a super nice week ahead of you. Please post a comment, give me a like, give me a share. And if you have any feedback, please do let me know. I did get some feedback from my cousin already, so a big shout out to my cousin. And wish you all the best. See you next time. Bye bye.